Mushroom?
There are people on the internet who find this bullshit charming. You should know I'm not one of them.
All right. Currently searching for co-hosts. All right. Thank you. We've got a job vacancy out there. All right. Luke, it would be awesome look, we will divorce.
Together, about to be rolled out for this year. You get great movies, you get great docs. You got to check out that Comedy Store doc, Luke Thomas included. Brendan Schaub showing up in that doc. All right. I mean, he's a full-time professional comedian, Luke. Why wouldn't he, right?
You can do your bits and skits. We can do the show whenever you're ready.
I don't have any kibbles or bits, Luke, okay? All right?
Bits and Skits BC is your new name.
Please, or you can, as Luke would say, go F yourself if you don't like Showtime. So there's that. Also, please like this video. Subscribe to what we do here because we're coming. We're coming, believe me. And if you...
Retired NBA star Kendall Gill, who had a cup of coffee as a pro boxer, he had like 4 or 5 fights and he was okay. He has been pushing hard on social media for...
You think Jake wants that smoke?
Well, Jake just took out Nate Robinson, so storyline-wise, you go...
Oh, yes, he fought a guy who had never fought before?
Look, Brendan's he's friends with those guys, you know?
I know, to which Brendan, I judge you for it.
Wow, wow.
I judge you for it.
This wasn't Beige taking shots at Brown. This was...
I love Big Beige.
The big Armenian.
By the way, check out
Yeah.
Coast to Coast. I did a thing with him. I'm just telling you, I don't understand that at all. So.
Java jerks and shit. All right, another topic this week.
We kissed on the lips. It was normal. He's my father. It's okay.
All right. Hey, big announcement for One Championship. Normally we don't care about the things they claim, but how about this?
I was the ESPN MMA editor. Brett Okamoto was the lead writer. Brett happened to be in Bristol that day. Brett lives in Colorado. He happened to be in Bristol that day, and we had a meeting, and some nerdy white dude from whatever, Fight Metric wannabe comes in, and we're talking and having a meeting, and we're presenting, and we're whatever. And you could tell he doesn't watch fights, so he kept, this would work great in all Ronda Rousey fights and Brock Lesnar. And we all were like, what? Okamoto and I looking at each other like, did that fucking just say Lesnar? And then 3 more times in the flow of conversation, he's like,
I'm a big fan of B-Rock Lesnar.
So it's like, and he's like, well, actually, we would count up the strike. So, for example, if you're talking about a third fight between Frank Mir and Brock Lesnar, then what do you know? It's just like, wow, bro, wow. Yeah. Woo.
There are certain signs where you're just like, dude, this is not the meeting for you.
Yeah.
Do you know Rami, who runs Fight Metric?
Never met him.
Okay, so he's a DC guy. I've known him for a long.
Great guy. Never met him though.
Like Bishab. Great guy. Never met him. No, in all seriousness, he's a really, really smart guy. He's
You ride a
from DC.
bike too? Is he thick?
Listen, Bishab could take a little joke. I'm not worried about it. It's okay.
Dude, I love Brendan Schaub.
No, you don't. It's okay if you don't.
Have you ever seen the episode I did with him?
No one has.
It's still on the internet.
Hold on, let's find it. Hold on, let me find it. Go ahead, keep vamping.
Beneath the belt, Brent Schaub and Brian Campbell in California. It was the weekend of Gervonta Davis against some guy. And we did a really funny episode. I mean, maybe some of the better jokes were edited out, but we did a really funny episode, Luke, okay? All right?
No, you didn't.
You know who can decide for themselves, Luke? The fans. Okay, they can go on YouTube. They can repopulate the clicks because, according to you, Luke, it's all about this. It's all about the quantity of your audience, not the quality, right? You got a bunch of QAnon assholes following you, Luke.
How do you define quality of audience?
Now a painting from Brock Lesnar. Yes.
Oh shit! Wow, 37K. Dude, I could fart on camera for 5 minutes and do 38K.
The thing about the art of that clip was it's fucking funny, right?
It's got a lot of downvotes too. Let's read the comments, shall we?
Some people might be intimidated sitting next to Big Brown. Not the beige guy. Not this beige guy right here.
Let's read the comments, shall we? They're gonna be angry towards. Oh, dude, you guys had a jib. Was the guy who was telling us this had done a little bit of grappling, not much, but was a trained martial arts. Like that was what his life was about. And even he was like, "You got to see this guy." So I had this like validation from somebody who was in the industry, so to speak, but not a part of that particular world. And even he was like, "This guy is a sight to behold." So I just had, one of those real red pill moments where you watch Hoist choke out some, giant fat fuck, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Well, I'd love to push you for more questions on Rob Thomas's history of viewing UFC, but we don't have time. We have too many fan submissions. Just know, Luke, at the end of the day, you're Blockbuster. I'm Netflix, brother.
Did you see Blockbuster's stock today?
No, I did not.
It's up like 600% because of these donks trying to bankrupt the minority owner of the Mets. All right.
All these homeless cats. Yeah. Okay. Let's roll on here. Let's move on, Luke. We can't.
Let's do
linger
it.
here.
Time challenge, you might imagine. There's a part here for you, BC, which is:
Is that about my painting career, Luke?
have you ever done stand-up or improv?
No, I have not.
I would heckle you.
Yeah, I don't think I have the exact comedy game for that. Yeah, in fact, I know I don't. That's why I wouldn't try something like that. There was a point. I mean, anytime, Luke, if you can make somebody laugh, you think, wow,
Easy to make your friends laugh. Hard to make strangers laugh.
hard to get out and I mean, you'd be surprised, right? Hard to get out there and have a document, and have a damn comedy special on Showtime. But Luke, what I was saying was,
Any other thoughts on matchmaking at 170? Who would you rather see for coaches in a perfect world? To me, the perfect coaches would be Colby and Jorge, but I gotta tell you, I'm not watching the show no matter what. So I'd be lying if I said I had massive stakes involved.
Great show. Never met him. All right. Yeah, Luke. I think you gotta take your shot at trying to use this vehicle to make Kamaru as a star. I think Jorge.
Here to say whether he deserves to be a brown belt or not, I have no idea.
No one likes interviewing concussed fighters less than Joe Rogan, yet Joe Rogan interviewed Aljo after the fight. Luke, we have footage of it. Oh boy, yes. All right. Well,
Dude, by the way, people are like, he was acting. I'm like, I don't know if he was acting, but here's one thing I'll say. Go back and watch that knee, dude. Like,
that was dude. How is he awake after that?
and also it's like, who is the bloodthirsty asswipe who's like, you know what, you have not had enough CTE today.
Have you ever
I
noticed
need you to
this
have more.
Microphone right here? I've never noticed this.
No, it's new. It's a boom mic that they're using, yeah.
All right, boom goes the dynamite. Let's keep it going. Flyweight.
Hit subscribe.
What does your shirt say?
Anti-Shithead Jiu-Jitsu Club. It's
that's great.
My friend Jamie Kilstein made this shirt. He's a comedian, so check him out. Anyway, that's it.
All right.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Well, look, this is the best in the world at what it does. No one else does this. Okay.
Oh, yes.
We're Netflix. They're Blockbuster. All right.
Yeah, that's your Blockbuster, B. Let's go to show.com/Bellator MMA. That is, boy, you want to talk about a pivotal figure in the history of combat sports. That's a big fucking deal, man.
Yeah. Yeah. She ultimately made
So
UFC
for those
and WWE
reasons-
Eskimo brothers.
So yeah, right. So for those reasons, I would, if she came back and it was serious, yeah, I would. Listen, dude. I thought the way she handled UFC 207 or was it 209, whatever one it was.
It was awful.
It was fucking terrible. Like, there's no denying she handled it super poorly. But dude, a figure that important in combat sports, if it was genuine, how could you say no?
Yeah. Great gal. Never met her, but. That's interesting news. Luke, let's keep it going here in terms of UFC business. They know drama, Luke. Maybe they'll stumble into it. Hey, look who stumbled into this, Luke. Hey, check it out, guy.
Is this that stray you picked up in the alley?
Hey, buddy. No, he's not feeling the show today. He's not. Hey, dude. Hey. All right, sorry, Luke. Sorry to interrupt that.
Yo, Reggie, fuck his ass up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll be curious to see. By the way, did you know that one is promoting the that Apprentice they did, that Nubs Apprentice?
Yeah. I do.
It's just the saddest shit ever. They're calling it the most watched English language reality series premiere in 2021 in Asia.
With the lights off or on? Yes.
Smoking in the room while eating Hot Pockets. Yes, among that demo, it's number one. I want everyone to know that, okay?
Reggie Jackson's a huge fan of Chatri. Loved what he's doing. Loves it.
At least somebody is. Okay, BC, last but not least, there have been...
Are you trying to call Reggie homeless? Is that where you're going with that joke, Luke?
Listen, I picked my cat up off the street. Who cares?
Okay. All right. I love homeless cats. Yeah.
Oh, BC, why do you court trouble unnecessarily?
Luke, I'm naughty by nature, not because I hate you.
I understand. All right, let's go to last topic here before we get to your questions. So I was actually looking up some of the views for Food Truck Diaries to see which ones hit and which ones were a little bit less than a hit. Shouts to Brendan, they're all hits in many ways. But
if you're going to be talking about Food Truck Diaries, they're all killer, no filler, Luke. Okay.
Yes, but I noticed that the Ben Askren one had over 1 million. And the recent Ben Askren one had over 1 million, and then the recent Eddie Alvarez and Demetrius Johnson had 240K. Now 240K is still great, but that's obviously a quarter of what Ben Askren's pulling ahead of the Jake Paul fight. So it's a big fight. It's not a fight. It's whatever the hell it is, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Something in my eyeball, Luke.
BC, I can't quite see through the screen what your sign says. Is this a future
please.
Java jerk?
Yeah, so here's the deal, Luke. I thought this Floyd fight was like a month from now. It's actually next week, Luke. You and I will be in Miami, and Brendan Schaub's going to be there. So, Luke, you had mentioned multiple times that joining a fraternity, despite my, misgivings of these organized white gangs that you were part of, was the best thing to ever happen to you, end quote, despite you being a father
That's
and
actually
a husband.
not what I said. But okay.
So, I'm thinking, if you can't beat them, join them. What are the odds that I could get initiated or pledged into that thick boy club you got going on? I mean, maybe I might be surprised. I'd love to be. Maybe I can join the Java Jerks in Miami. Look, all I know is that MK Doc cameras will be rolling. I hung out with the documentarian himself, Less Than Jake, in Puerto Rico yesterday. So we got a lot of fun ideas. I hope, though, that BS will play ball with me. Okay, Luke? I hope.
Well, I can't make them. I guess we shall see. If not, there's always Lambda for you. Okay, Brian Campbell?
Is that a Revenge of the Nerds reference, Luke? I love that shit.
It is. Because I'm
Hair
40
pie?
and that's all I've got. All right, so from mine here, very easily, listen, Brendan Schaub is a fellow Showtime talent. I consider him something of a big brother, a friend, and a confidant in the industry. But BC, even for our friends, and we're kidding here, so to the motherfuckers at Malka who are going to make this later, don't not put what I'm about to say in here. We can't not, we got to make fun of our friends on this show. That's part of what we do here. And Brendan Schaub, again, friend, took to Instagram and social media yesterday and posted himself lifting weights at a very famous gym, Zoo Factor, I believe it's called. Watch this bench press here. It's supposed to be 400 pounds. I believe that's right. The big ones are 45 on each side. Then he's got a 25, a 10, a 5, and a 2.5, I think. 1, there we go. And then 2. There we go. Okay. BC, I got to tell you, here's what my tip is. Brendan, buddy, your bench is blockbuster. You need a trainer, guy. That's the worst bench press I've ever seen. Okay, I say this out of love, and I also say this, Malka. You need to put this in the thing that you're going to put on social. That's 5 pounds stronger than my lifetime total, and he did it for 2. Brendan is way stronger than me. This is not a claim that I could do better. Fuck no, but I could do a cleaner bench. He looks like he's getting electrocuted with his ass coming off the bench this way. Okay, number 1. It's like the Tony Ferguson deadlift video. You ever seen that one? Where there's like no contraction of the muscles whatsoever, and he looks like a jellyfish a little bit. Look, watch. It looks like he's being shocked through his heels. Watch this. Zzz, right? Here's the first one. And here goes the second one. For folks who may not know, you are allowed to lift your rear end off the bench to get set and to lift it out of the rack. But you can't descend with the bar until your rear end is touching, because otherwise it's all leg drive. That's the issue. You're allowed to have some leg drive, but not a whole lot. And people are asking, why do you arch your back? Arching your back is okay. It shortens range of motion. If you actually lock in your lats and your shoulders and everything, it can make it tighter, so that's okay. But BC, that's a poverty bench, buddy. Terrible form. And listen, I kill everyone else when they've got terrible form. I've got to kill our friends here at Showtime. Brendan, he's strong as fuck. That's a terrible bench, buddy. The worst one I've ever seen in my life.
Killing Showtime's Phil Simms for his pull-ups wasn't enough. You got to go.
No, I didn't kill him. The pull-ups were fine for working out, but if you don't hit full lockout, it doesn't count. Like, you're just.
I don't talk
you're
shit
cheating.
about people that can put up 4 plates. It's a 4-plate summer for Brendan. So what are we doing here? I don't. I mean, you're putting up weight. I mean, look, I just hope with MK.
Jose, the way he's doing that, you can get injured doing that. You can get injured. That's they have terrible form.
I'll carry your giant jug of water if you want, Luke. Okay.
I have to take as you rightly noted, I have to take the label off the gallon of water, because if I had it, it wouldn't make any sense. So there you go. Brendan, you're a big brother and a friend. You're strong as shit. That bench, horrific. All right, there you go. That's it. I'm done. There's my tip.
Great weight room. Never been in there. Luke, my doctor, by the way, subsequently did tell me.
And have a lifetime supply of, you can imagine what he wrote here. We're talking Sofia Vergara, J-Lo, Vida Guerra, and Salma Hayek. Right. He can retire to San Juan, Puerto Rico with his lady friends, sipping on mojitos, listening to the soft melodic sounds of Gypsy King and Trista Pena as the water laps against the beach. What are we doing here, Luke? And he spelled it in a way that mocks Brendan Schaub. Yeah, what are we doing here? Save your friend or ditch him for the BBLs. Are you kidding? You think I'm not ditching this fuck?
Yeah, you ditched me in a second. Yeah.
And then they wrote, Brian seems like a great guy. Never met him. Keep up the good work.
Well done. Well done, Gabbiano 22. Hey, Luke, can I ask you a question?
Please.
It's to sell.
Oh
my God.
I'm too big.
Dude, these chairs, look at this guy. You've been in the weight room, you big fuck. I can see it.
Bro, you gonna let him talk about your form like that?
Hold on.
You could let both of us
Did he
over your
criticize
head.
my form?
Hold on.
That's
Yes
usually
and
what
no.
the bros on Colt and the zoo
Hold
culture do.
on.
I might
Yes and
enter
no.
the Thick Boy Club and we'll send you to hell for this.
We can send me to hell.
Well,
Yes
he's
and-
vice president of the Thick Boy Club.
Yes and no. The deadlift I thought was sensational, and I
you,
told
sir.
you as much. Your bench is it's a problem.
Oh, the 400 was a problem for you?
Here's the reason
Hold
why.
on. Before you criticize it,
Yeah.
what? How much can you bench?
Less than that.
Okay.
I said as much.
I mean, what are we
when
doing
I
here?
criticized
I mean,
you-
come on, bro.
Hold on,
You know?
no. Hold on. Run the tape. When I criticized it, I said,
This is
let's be
what
clear.
I get. Like when I did my special, people were like, "Yo, I would have done this, and this."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, cool,
No.
dude. How long you been doing stand up?
Yeah.
Like, never done. Like,
I've been sitting for a while.
Don't count.
Yeah. Brendan
Hold on,
Schaub,
let me finish.
obviously,
What I said-
below the
what I
belt,
said was,
professional comedian. Can you put respect
Yes,
on his name?
I have my lifetime max is 395. I'm a terrible bencher.
It's pretty good though.
It's okay. It's fine for an average dude. That's what it is. Your ass can't come off the bench. It has to. You can rack it with your ass off, but once you want to,
You're talking competition.
What counts as a real bench? You got to have your rear end down. Otherwise, it's leg drive all the way through.
I guess, Daddy.
I feel like
man.
I feel like
guess,
spoiled
bro.
meat between two pieces of rye. Right. This is a
I
great
saw the weight
sandwich
go
of.
up just like you did.
Listen,
you know?
you're strong as fuck.
But what's weird is, when this fight got announced, I was like, oh yeah, it's an entertainment fight. It's whatever. Like everybody knows, Logan, he's probably not gonna do much.
Right.
And then that gym I work out, Zoo Culture. It's like fitness influencers, like Mecca. They're all the biggest names you've seen. They're in there.
Great gym.
And-
Never been there.
Yeah, it's great.
It's Bradley Martin's gym.
Yeah, and
Okay, that's great.
Brendan was Team Schaub before it was cool, though. I mean, he was day one on realizing
Team
that these
Paul.
guys. I'm sorry,
Team Paul,
Team
yeah.
Paul, Team Schaub. That's a separate
Yeah,
team we're starting.
yeah,
Thick team. Team Paul.
You're
you
an idiot.
You had them on your shows. You were saying, these guys are actually pretty funny, pretty cool. Now they got Showtime box.
Good job. And here's the thing about Jake, dude. Like, I go through and I read the comments about him.
you
He
read
had
comments.
his comments.
Oh, okay.
They're super interesting.
You say you never look at the comments.
no, I
Other people's.
I glance.
Yeah,
I glance.
That's fair.
You're really that secure. You never look at the comments.
No. I'm telling you, I do it on occasion. But look back to Jake. He had some long rant yesterday about fighter pay, and you look at all.
Make this point, Luke, and I'll beat you to it. I think let's see how this pay-per-view does, because I don't think the true box, I don't think Floyd's fans are buying this. I think I think maybe some are, but the majority of boxing, I think we're banking on Logan's fan base buying this.
That's
thing.
interesting. Yeah.
But if we're leaning on that, he's got 29 million YouTube subscribers. That's a lot of cool
Shit
cats
ton.
and kittens out there. I mean, that's wild.
Also-
You got to hear, but here's the trick for Showtime, BD.
you have a bit of a.
It's
Can you
lot.
pull up the sleeve list a little bit?
That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah.
So they say-
that's good.
they
It's
say
good. That's
the-
really good black and gray work.
the bicep hurts a lot.
Anyone who told you tattoos don't hurt's full of shit.
I know. People are like, how much do tattoo? They're like, I got this one recently, and folks are like, did it hurt? I'm like,
They said that about
Yes.
my vasectomy too.
Night-
They were wrong, bro.
Yeah, those hurt
three
too.
needles.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
No, tattoo. Anytime anyone's told you about tattoo, they're awful.
How much?
I dread it every time.
how much did you pay for the sleeve?
Oh, you can't ask that
Dude,
on TV.
I have to ask.
I think so. Freddie McGrady, he's like the grandfather of black and white,
Yeah.
and he's tattooed in
Dude,
prison.
look how good this tattoo is. You can see the fingers are all evenly spaced
Yeah,
in
he's a
that
monster.
tiny little spot.
Some
Dude,
would
that's
say the
that's-
fingerist right there.
I would
yeah.
say he's like 800 an hour.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, he's a
I think
monster.
I may have
He's at
unplugged my
Shamrock
microphone.
Social
Someone want to
Club?
check?
No, you're still alive. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, he's at Shamrock Social Club.
Yeah, that's legit.
B-Shop, you've done two of the things that are the scariest motherfucking things in the world, right? You stand in the locker room before, about to make the walk for the UFC, and you had your own damn comedy special in which Luke Thomas turned out surprised, and you tore the house down.
which one makes you want to shit more? What's the
I mean,
difference in the
definitely
feelings?
fighting, dude. Fighting. Like if it,
And being a Division I athlete.
Luke is a notorious blocker of anyone online who has a different opinion from him. He has no time for that. How do
not
you?
true.
You are at a level that we'd like to get to in terms of numbers. How do you deal with the haters?
I don't see any of it. I don't see any. I probably haven't seen comments or any of that stuff in almost 2 years. Yeah.
It's poisonous, yeah. It can be.
It can be.
It should. Yeah, but
You feel free.
yeah, I feel free. I don't care, you know, and if, you know, it's like I never did it. Like, let's say when you were going to start, whatever it was, let's say when I was going to start to get my black belt, if I went online, I was like, hey guys, you think I can get my black belt? You think it's me encouraging on there? Like, it's a nightmare, dude. So I never look for them.
Fuck you, bro.
I don't look for them for career advice.
Yeah.
I don't know why people put so much attention into it.
Also, like the first time I ever realized that like Twitter was not real life, we had this sort of moment. I had actually covered Tito Ortiz as a fighter when he was going to fight. It was who was it? It was the card in Memphis. I forget who even was at this point. King Mo was on the card. This is the card where King Mo on air called Bjorn Rebney a dick rider. Right? So I was there. I was there, dude. I was there.
I love King Mo.
Okay, King Mo is fucking
Love him.
awesome.
Hilarious.
Okay, so I was sitting there and I remembered the whole week, you know, because Tito even back then was a little punchliney. You know, he was just constantly saying shit. You would be like, okay, but whatever. Then he shows up on fight night, and dude, the crowd lost their shit for him every time he was on screen. And if you look at his mentions, they're a fucking graveyard all the time.
I'm sure.
But it had nothing to do with how he was received in that space.
Yeah, they say, what do they say? If you walk down the street, 1 in 10 people are on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus.
So when you walk down the street, it's like 1 in 10.
Maybe in LA, not so much Boise.
Oh, I'm even out. Yeah, even out here, I doubt it's not even 1 in 10.
Yeah.
So it's people put too much. For what I do, I have to have it, right? I'm kind of like my own PR firm. Like you have to have it, but if I didn't have to have it, I'd be out, man.
Thick boy merch. You're gonna buy another this.
Wow. I mean, he's cool. Some would say the coolest, right?
Definitely the golf zing really hurt, and I need to go cry about it because I was like, God damn it, he's right.
I would love to go on a 2013 TRT tour of duty with him. We would slay.
We should. You know what we should do? We should just move in together, live in a basement. I have the weights. Just do fucking ass loads of steroids for 6 months, and then come out looking fucking swole as shit.
Listen to nothing but Cannibal Corpse. And
Listen, we'll just leave our families. We'll just never talk to him again.
Corey, Manich, you have the floor if you want to sing, or you can just let me know. Do we have more guests coming in?
No, we're done. They told you to wrap it. I want to.
Let's put a bow on this thing. Luke, UFC Fight Night is this weekend. Augusto Sakai against Jair Rozenstruik.
Jesus, come on. What are we doing?
You're not doing that.
No, no. The show's
what are we doing here, right? I mean, come on, bro. You know, I mean, seriously.
I heard your other thing too. Never met him. I was like,
right? No.
I heard.
Club, man.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
AJ, I want to start there with the Pitbull fight because it's so big that I've heard longtime guys in the industry say this might be the biggest fight in Bellator history. If you identify with that, sell me on why.
Why? I mean, just look at Pitbull's accolades alone. 145, 155-pound champ. Just the name Pitbull alone, it's been ringing in Bellator for so long. He's been the champ since I first signed to Bellator, so 17 fights he's held that world title. Once again, you got the Floyd Mayweather of MMA standing in front of him. I've called his name since I signed, so I'm looking forward to going in there and just putting my first mark on my legacy and continuing my father's.
Papa, he called himself the Floyd Mayweather of MMA. That's big ones, they call that where I
Big ones, big huevos.
Yeah.
Big huevos. Do you see any holes in Pitbull's game? It's tough, right? He's a pretty dominant fighter.
He's a dominant fighter, but styles make fights, and you know that.
Yeah.
For me...
All right, we think we're just moments away from going back to the stage for just a second. Real quickly, BC, we haven't talked about it, and we'll get back to it a little bit later as well. Chad Ochocinco's on this card. Chad Johnson, the former NFL player.
Big draw.
I got to say, he's had a completely different attitude than what I thought he was going to have.
He's been humble. He says, I'm out of my element, and I want to respect that. He's going in there against Brian Maxwell.
There is one, I would call it, very real, very traditional boxing fight on this.
Well, two of them, but one of them is there's some heat in it.
Which, of course, will be the Jared Hurd fight,
Jared
correct?
Swift Hurd, the former unified champ at 154 pounds, moving up to 160 for what he says is just a stopover before he's got unfinished business. But the guy in front of him, Luis Cuba Arias, and B, you've run into guys before. You maybe can look at him and say, I know I'm better than you technically,
but you got some dog in you, and I think that's created a little bit of tension there.
Right. If
He's taller. You know, you look at Woodley's even his UFC fights. He's a short guy for the division, but he's jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked.
And he has more power than anybody Jake's ever been with, whether it's in training, inside the ring. So it's a real fight for Jake.
Look, I love the face-off because they were talking trash. There was energy. I thought somebody was going to get thrown through a glass door or something. It was wild. Do you think, though, that's the best strategy for Woodley, to come in and demean this guy and think, I'm just going to knock him out and talk trash, be an equal troll with him? Or do you think it's better to come in there and really study the angles and respect the game and realize this guy does have some boxing skills?
I know Woodley does.
We did the undercard thing, we did MK, and we got on set. If you haven't watched Friday's episode and you think it's just some like whatever, no, we got Chad Johnson on the MK set. We got Brendan Schaub on the MK set. It was a little bit wild. Maybe I'm sorry, okay? It was a little bit of who could yell the loudest and who could share bad jokes to each other.
And who could, be passive aggressive in ways that
I don't think so.
certain corners of the internet might find.
But I will say this. Today is Saturday, and we just did the weigh-in show special with Brendan.
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Look, bro. Today, I was the third wheel on Friday.
No. Oh, yeah.
But-
on Friday, yes.
But today,
No, dude. You rocked that shit today.
he has a home today in MK. He's not homeless anymore.
No.
Like this is, you know what I'm saying? This is.
Not a homeless cat, some might say.
I mean, dude, actually, seriously, I've never hung out with Schaub that long as we did today.
No, he was good
We had
today.
a lot of laughs.
He was
We had
good
a lot
today. He
of
was
laughs,
great
yeah.
today. He dressed not at all according to what they told us the dress code was.
Yeah.
So shouts to Sean for being like, fuck that shit, I ain't doing that. But he totally played ball with us.
Well, it's not like the dress code, not like there was a gun to our head,
I
but
know,
it was
I know.
suggestive.
But like
They were like no pink pants.
he's just a little bit more established at Showtime than we are. So like when I see that, I'm like, you can't fuck this up.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
brought 3 suits and shit. So
Oh yeah.
but he was.
Don't care, you know.
Someone's asking you, and I think you know what they mean. How homeless is BC?
It's entertainment, right?
The CEO of PF Chang's.
I mean, I picked up a few more shifts this week, I guess.
Okay, if you could live anywhere, but the deal is it's the... We're just so grateful for everybody, and the good news is, BC, aside from our gratitude, there's a shitload of real fights right around the corner, and we no longer have to talk about the pretend ones. I'm pretty excited about that, to tell you the
look,
truth.
it's UFC 263 fight week. Douglas Lima's back in Bellator Friday night. Clarissa Shields in PFL Thursday night. So, we got plenty of business to get to. But like you said, Luke, thank you to everybody who supported us this far, whether you were a big Mayweather Paul fan or not. Thank you to all our new subscribers as well. I mean, Axe J, we had one hell of a week collaborating with the likes of Matt Barnes, Brendan Schaub, Chad Ochocinco. I mean, look, it was a lot. It was a great time, but you know what? No rest for the wicked here. Okay, maybe we rested Monday, Luke, but we still gave you fresh content with Room Service Diaries, so check that out. But we're back, and we're back with a bang. I am here to bang.
We're here to bang. That's the motto of the show. All right, first things first.
I think we could hang with Arthur. All right, look. Oh, look at the mariachi in the back. Yeah, this is good living right here. Okay?
Yeah, dude, my Colombian family, the night before we got married, they hired mariachis to come over and play for us. It was fucking great, man. I had a good time.
But your wife's not Mexican. She's Colombian. Is that a Colombian thing too? Is that a South American thing?
And by the way, I caught what you just did. I want you to know I caught you in real time doing what you just did, and you know what I'm talking about, you fucking mongrel. I know what you just did. You asswipe. You just won't let it go, will you? You just won't let it go.
I don't think that's appropriate.
But hold on, to answer your question in a more serious way, yes, mariachis are 100% Mexican, but there's a tradition in Colombia where people hire them for parties. They hire them to serenade other people. Like they're actually in pretty wide use there. But yeah, 100% Mexican. Or that other word you said, which you know what you did. You know what you did.
Luke, I'm sorry. Sometimes I mispronounce things. I'm sorry, Luke. It's pronounced risen.
Okay. Fair. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th gen performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0 BC. And
well, Luke, I mean, if you wanted to get specific about summer, I'd like to quickly talk to you about below your belt. And no, I'm not talking about Schaub, Bappa. I'm talking about trimming your nut bag, Luke. Okay, because I'm sure it is a wild west of unused. I mean, It's like if a tree falls in a crowded forest and no one's there to trim it up, you know?
Is it still a forest? Yes. By the way, they sent us a care pack.
That is all right. Keeping it going here, Luke.
Hey, are they white?
Did you
Still
see
out of
this?
character.
Can we zoom in on here, Manish? Did you see what Francis Ngannou posted? A picture of him and Joe Rogan comparing his own height to Shaq when he stood next to Brock Lesnar, him standing next to UFC's Joe Rogan.
I've also stood next to Joe Rogan. He is not a tall man.
He's literally 5'3", Airplane once said.
No, he's like 5'9" or so.
I mean, is Ngannou in on the joke? Is he on the Reddit boards here? What is he doing here?
Is there a Reddit board about Rogan's height?
Yeah, there are a lot of people on the Reddit care about
Oh,
his
really?
height. Yeah, a lot of people, Luke.
Why?
Of people. I don't know. Not a tall man, but he does know what love is.
He's not
Luke.
a tall
All
man,
right.
but he is a broad man.
All right, let's go to some amateur wrestling here. Let's bring out the butt stomp, Luke. What do you call this move?
I don't know. Absolutely an extraordinary achievement.
Our Showtime colleague Brendan Schaub did the King and the Sting podcast with Theo Von. They had John Anik on, and you know what Schaub said? If Conor beats Poirier on Saturday, that's the greatest win in UFC history, considering everything he came back from. Luke, I heard it both ways. What's your response?
Yeah, I don't agree with Brendan. I don't think that's the greatest win in UFC history, but I would say it'd be damn impressive and very, very
All right, couple more topics before we get into live Wheel of Death.
Volume. Listen, that's a punishing way either way to fight. It's hard for the person doing it. It's hard for the person who is receiving it. But it's not a bad way to win a fight if you can maintain it. And I would say a guy like Aldo should be able to beat that, but that could get real dicey as the fight goes late.
Yeah, Papa, I hear you on that. Look, I think all those words are one thing, Luke, but at the end of the day, at bantamweight, he's a headhunter. He is who he is. I think these guys are going to go to war. I think both will get hurt. But I think Jose Aldo gets the stoppage. I think Munoz is a little bit too in love with being exciting for the fans.
I never had a ton of interest in him necessarily, not because for no other reason than I'm not in the UK, and a lot of his popularity is driven as a function of that. Like he's got obviously the Fury name is international in boxing, but it's going to have a little bit more cachet at home. And Love Island is not a show that I would watch, whether UK or otherwise.
I bet you your wife watches it when you go to sleep.
She 1,000% watches.
Yeah. But I bet she watched some like the Peruvian version because it's the original.
No,
she watched a Thomas House movie.
No. She watched the Brazilian version of Too Hot to Handle.
There you go.
Because
Luke,
apparently
you
they're
refuse
sexual.
to let us Americans enjoy anything if there's a foreign original out there that.
Why don't you enjoy that pube that's sitting on your microphone right there? How about that?
Is that
what
a
are we
foreign
doing
original here? I heard it both ways.
Let me do this. Let's run through the rest of the card here for just a second. Tommy Fury did not really impress me. I don't think most people thought he was very impressive, but your mileage may vary. Daniel,
We went, but I'm ready to pivot to the next thing, if that makes sense.
I will say, though, in closing, to put this behind us for good, like Rocky IV, Luke, if you can change, we can change. And, I reached out to that guy over DMs, and I squared everything up, okay? We're good.
All right. Well, we should. Time will tell if you're actually really good. But
no, we're good. We're good. You didn't have a date with him at PF Chang's, by the way, right? Because that guy was coming hard at Bapa. I mean, coming hard in the paint. So,
No,
wow.
I did not have a date at PF. This is a true story. I've never actually eaten at PF Chang's. Is it any good? I have no idea.
And orange chicken, Bubba, incredible. So shout out to all the employees there getting it done. But yeah, Luke, it's a big MMA world, a big combat world, and there's room for all of us on there. So
qualification here. But I understand why the rules are set up the way they are, but it creates weird-ass results like this, where Brito ends up just poking the guy enough where he can't fight anymore, and then he gets his fucking hand raised. Not okay with that rule. I don't like it at all.
And then he gets a contract, Luke, so yeah.
Yeah, and Lopez did not get a contract. I'm like,
Yeah.
You lost out on 4.5 minutes of the most critical fight of your life, maybe, because the other guy kept poking you in the fucking eye. Like, that's not a good rule.
He left Lopez underwater. Dicey situation there, but Brito gets the nod, gets the contract, and we move on, Luke, on this great show.
I know what you did there. I just want to say it out loud. I know what you did there. All right, let's move to the last and final topic. Just a set of quick hitters, Pussy.
Who the fuck is John Africa, bro? All right, you know what I mean?
All right, let's go to our quick hitters now, if we can. A bunch of these, but we'll get to the first one that's pretty easy to digest. BC loves this shit. You got to take some precautions.
All right, let's head on over to this house party, Luke. No, this isn't Brendan Schaub's dorm room in college, but check this out, Luke. Wow. And look at it, he gets up like nothing happened.
What the fuck?
Wow. That's, remember when, like, you'd see on the news, like, man falls off 6-story building, but don't worry, he was on PCP, so he lived? This is like, you know, you drink enough Natty Lights, Luke, you can go through anything and walk away.
I just can't believe that he's white. It just seems so out of character.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. All right. Hey, let's head back over to...
There you have it. I want to keep moving the show along because we have a lot to get to. So we have all the Factory Town stuff. You can go to morningcombat.store right now. Use the code, the whole 9 yards. There's another code, BC.
A bro code that you broke.
I didn't break any bro code.
That's not how Eskimo brothers should treat each other. Last time.
Okay, there's another code that I also want you guys to pay attention to, and it's for DraftKings. Here's the deal. We talk about the NFL. Nothing changes. It's a great deal. But I got a new one for you. Ready for this?
Screen. I like it.
UFC 266 is coming up. It's going to be, of course... I know there were some reports out there, BC, but we did see it reported that Canelo is maybe going to be fighting on Showtime pay-per-view coming up in November. I guess stay tuned. We'll see if we have some stuff for you in store for that, okay?
Big Red?
All right?
Talking about, I heard it both ways. Talking about Big Red?
That's the King of Connecticut. I'm Luke Thomas. Until next time, may all of your gains be loyal.
Why?
All right, Luke, our final Call Me Crazy this week. Former UFC champion and Hall of Famer Ronda Rousey announced the birth of her and husband Travis Brown's first child, Luke. You're a girl dad, you understand, a daughter. And the name? La Akia Makopuiano Kalanipo Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hate on the name. I don't understand the name.
Luke,
but
hold on, Luke. Hold on. Don't ruin the segment again, okay? Luke, call me crazy, but that's going to be hard to fit that on the fight kit one day when she makes her UFC debut. Whatever happened to normal names for fighters who have kids like Tiger or Boston?
I see what you did there. Look at me. I see you, kid. I see you. I know exactly what you're doing. Fucking door manager at Chang's. I'll say this. I will say that I can't hate on this.
Luke, I thought the matchmaking on this card below the main event was just not up to standards, and I have no problem saying that out loud. It was
a regional fight card.
It was a regional fight card. That co-main event. I know it was a ranked fighter in Leah McCourt at women's featherweight, but that did not look like professional MMA. I needed a little bit more. I needed some better matchmaking there. It's unfortunate that the main event played out more tactical than fun in that it left us all at the end of 3 rounds going, water, weed, dune, right? Hair. I mean, come on, bro.
Look at me, BC. I see you.
I hope you do. I hope. I mean, come out of the closet, Luke, please.
No, it's funny. Okay, to them. All right.
I consider reforming the Whig Party, Luke. It's got a, you know.
You can join Andrew Yang's Forward Party. How about that?
Oh, hey, all right.
Andrew Yang, a legitimate MMA fan. Wonderboy Thompson is his favorite fighter. How about that? All right.
Nice guy,
yeah, he is a nice guy. Never met him. All right. Topic number 2, BC. I did that just for you. Topic number 2. All right. In all seriousness, a fighter has died in Mississippi.
Laughs of it off of Twitter. Hey, Luke, you know some people, some like ex-comedians or ex-UFC heavyweights are like, I never read the comments, man. Never, ever. Luke, sometimes I'm secure enough to tell you sometimes I do look at the comments, Luke. And I saw a comment after my take on the whole Nick Diaz situation. I think I mentioned it on one of our recent shows where somebody was like, man, BC's the biggest hypocrite I ever know. What a Skip Bayless hot taker. He loves this sloppy shit. And now all I hear about is him damning Triller and damning Nick Diaz's return at age 39. Luke, I think I'm here to tell you that not only is my liver in the process of being reformed from a bad stretch of gas station food diet addiction, my fight diet of loving sloppiness this calendar year, I think it's run its course, and I think for the right reasons. Obviously, Luke. Wow, okay. So, Luke, Tyler says during BC's Pacquiao retirement breakdown at the 4-minute mark, he said Ken Burns made a PBC documentary on Muhammad Ali. Did I really? That would be PBS, Bubba. Little sign of the CTE, Bappa. Dicey BP. Your friend
All right,
Tyler.
Can we stop with that shit, please? Can we not be...
I don't know, Luke. I heard it both ways. I don't know.
Can we not do that?
All right. Hey, it was Tyler.
Tu sabes. You know.
It wasn't me, okay? Like Shaggy, okay? It wasn't me. All right, Luke. Yeah, I'll take that out.
Meanwhile, he was like, yo, they even caught you on camera. It wasn't me. They saw you in the shower. It wasn't me. You were fucking her. It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me. It was R. Kelly. Obviously, it was R. Kelly. All right, Luke.
That's right. What time it is. All right, from Lundhouse. I cannot believe they put this in here. All right, how many times each day do you guys check the Fighter and the Kids subreddit? I'm surprised this made it to air, but here we are, BC. As the chairman of the board of, what do you think, BC?
They're very passionate fight fans, Luke. You know, this is like, BC, can I see your search history, please? Okay, what? I mean, are you just looking at nude broads, or are they in action? You know, like, what are we doing here?
I've definitely been there before, and
I've definitely been there during this
kid.
during this recent war, Luke. I mean, we have many reasons not to talk about this, but what the hell's going on right now, Luke, in this rivalry that's gone public?
Here's what I'm trying to do to the best of my ability. I am trying to just la my way out of this. I don't know if that will work, but I am certainly trying. I'm letting. I'm going to be Switzerland here. Y'all wanna. You know, the Allies and the Communist Army, y'all want to beef over this, or I should say Allies with the Communist Army, and then the Germans on one side with everybody else. Y'all can do this. I don't. I'm gonna just. But yes, if you've never been there,
I was be like, who the hell is John Africa?
They don't like Brendan.
No, I thought they did. That's why I got into that channel at first. I'm like, oh, this is cool. They got this whole Reddit board that like supports the show and like goes, you know, and. Yeah,
how long before our subreddit turns into the same kind of thing?
Look, that's my goal
subreddit.
every day is to not turn my back on the people, Luke, because we are,
dude.
you know, Matt, like when you and I do this show, we're really just crowd surfing on their hands. Like you feel that itch right there, Luke, in your crack? That's our fans just holding us up and probably maybe getting a little treat on the way by, Luke.
A little creeper shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. There you go.
Fantastic. I love that. Oh, Luke, one more thing. I was so, touched, as were our listeners. I don't know if touched is the right word, from our interesting debates caused by Wheel of Death on Wednesday, that I went to 23chromosomes.merch and researched my DNA history. Turns out my ancestors go back to the Mesozoic era. In fact, they were the ones who helped cook up the first batch of mesothelioma, which helped kill the dinosaurs. So very good lineage, good bones, good, that I come from right here.
I think you just said a sentence that literally doesn't make sense. I just want to point that out.
By the way, a lot of people get very upset about that. Can we teach BC natural history? All right, guys, it's an entertainment program, okay? We talk about the podcast on this show, all right? I'm not here to give you facts. Thank you very much. All right, anything else, Luke? Right. You got any insults? You got anything good?
No, I'm ready to do it. Listen, man, this card, I honestly
look exactly like that dude. What's his name? The Conor McGregor impersonator that got famous the last few years?
Oh, Al Foran or something?
Yeah, Al Foran. They're like twins, Luke. Look it up. You'll be like, oh, BC onto something here. Finally onto something. All right, great card. Never watched it, but I will tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait. Luke, a card I did watch live as it happened, and,
Tell me.
It's been a turnaround year for the brand. And just moving forward, Luke.
Fair enough. For all the other UFC 267 fights, check out MK Extra Credit. We're going to be going into them. Should be a lot of fun. Be on
heard it's a great show, that. Luke. You won't catch me dead watching it, but heard it's great.
Much like me in boxing hardcores. Great show. Never watched it. Okay.
Let's go. Audience. All right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I mean, in fairness, Extra Credit is, got some work to do. Okay. Let's talk about number 4, BC. You're already there. I will meet you there Wednesday morning. We are heading into now.
Luke, that club, one day. We'll talk about it one day. All right?
There's a certain store we need to go to, and I think you know which one I'm talking about. It's time to wrap things up.
Cumberland Farms.
Cumberland
morningcombat.store. Yes. That'd be a great one if you want 10%
right.
off. What was our code again? We had a code.
Primetime 10?
Primetime 10 for 10% off your Morning Combat merch. And guys, if you don't think we've got your ass covered worse than an adult diaper,
oh my God. You need to. You know what? You need to go sleep in your car tonight.
I should do.
as
I should
punishment.
do an open mic and just bomb, just die, right?
I'll be the only one laughing as everyone's like coughing through your set.
Showtime should give me a special.
I know what you're doing.
You might.
And I'm not taking your bait.
You might. Yeah. So look, we're going to be hitting you up hard this week. Room Service Diaries, all the shit you expect. Check out Resume Review, Canelo Alvarez. Check out
The fight metric data when it's over.
Key question though: why does Joe Rogan dress like a busboy for every fight?
At a country club.
Okay.
No, more like a New York City lounge. The all black.
I mean, like I'm like, yo, you gonna clear a table? What are you doing right now? You know?
What restaurants do you go to where the waiters are dressed in all black?
He looks more like a bar back.
Okay, what restaurants do you go to where the barbacks dress like that?
New York City, yeah, everyone.
Oh yeah, you're out there partying in New York City.
Yeah,
like
I'm-
you're at the meat packing district
Yo,
at
I'm-
Pastis.
Yo, I'm on it like Rogan. All right.
That's the worst dad joke ever.
Yo, how tall do you think Whaley is?
I think I just took a dump. That was if I could just be candid.
Joe towering over her at 5'3".
I know, dude. I met Joe. He's not that tall.
Yo, he's short as shit,
not that tall.
right?
Not that
Wow.
tall, bro. His. I ever told you about his security entourage?
No.
The dudes who roll with him, they're all muscle bound, former like special forces. Don't get me wrong, they're super friendly, but Joe rolls with some fucking serious fucking
Yo,
security.
Joe is Aaron Rodgers' Fauci, bro. Look at Pat Barry hugging.
That's disappointing.
Yo, Pat Barry's hugging. Who are these?
There, look, there's Bisping, there's
Oh,
Vittori.
yeah. Yo, shout out to Brantendo, Bisping's video guy,
Yeah.
MK fan. He's in the crowd
There's
tonight.
Brian Butler. I never know how to pronounce his last
Yo,
name.
why
Brian
you
Butler
hating
O.
on Brantendo, bro.
Because I hit up Brantendo for some help. You know what he told me? I'm already motherfucking taken.
Oh shit!
I was like, shit,
Yo,
Brantendo.
You played him out as a peasant, but then he was like, he double crossed.
There he is. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
I got work to do for people not
Yo,
named Luke Thomas.
he's standing next to Chuck Zito, right?
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot, Brantendo.
Yo, Brantendo's my guy. I stand by him.
All right, you ready to watch the main event?
I
And we'll
am.
come back and
Let's
look at
do
some
it.
of the numbers.
Let's do it.
All right, so Brian Campbell. Here's the thing. I just want to address something because people always say something to me that drives me nuts. They're always like, but he could still win. Right, he can. He can still win. He can still beat probably decent bantamweights, maybe some featherweights
like
too.
15 to 20 ranked. right?
Probably, but you know, respectable
But he's gonna
guys.
have to take some damage. He's gonna have to work
This
hard.
is the point I want to make. It's like, dude, it's not that you want to retire because you can't win anymore. You want to retire after you have suffered fucking shitloads of brain damage, which he has.
Or when people are beating you that would never have a chance. I'm
and
not
also,
saying that's
it's the
Cheeto
combination.
Vera.
It's the combination of the two. When you start losing the guys you would have never lost
Yes.
to before, and you've taken a fuck ton of damage. I'm not saying like now's the time, but dude, it's hardly wrong for me to be like maybe it's worth
When
considering.
our brother Rashad was taking those L's with Sam Alvey and Daniel Australia,
Yeah.
you know that guy?
Yeah.
John Africa. He had to go. He's gone. Frankie's got to go. Luke, it's not up to us to say that, but he knows.
Look, you kind of have to watch the whole press conference to get the full context, but I have to
because
say,
that wasn't funny.
Jake is cringy at times. This was hilarious. I'm not kidding. They were deadpanning the entire time. This was very well done.
I watched it. I did not find it nearly as humorous as you, but also I've not been hit in the head repeatedly with a tire iron, so there is that.
Luke, I know comedy, all right? You might be
Yes, you have
surprised
that.
about that.
You have that BDE, that brain damage energy. I know.
You might
it
be
really-
surprised about that. I know comedy, okay, Luke? All right, let's go back to
Yeah,
UFC 2.
You are just trying to appeal to the minor. I love you, but you are a handful. God.
Luke, I serve all fans, okay? We have very different variety of fans. You're always going after those boring ones who are like, I serve all the, all right? Hey, let's go back to UFC 268 because so much happened. Luke,
That is fucking sick. That is great.
that is good stuff right there, Walt. Waltimus from Jersey. Very good. Let's see what else he's got here.
Oh.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Indeed, okay? Heard it both ways, Papa.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You guys are just trying to get me in some. Is this Double Dragon?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Listen, it's the fight game, bro. The injuries happen. All right. Number 2 here from KSP_King. Hi, Luke and BC. How do you guys feel about Sean O'Malley on the main card of UFC 269 fighting another unranked opponent? Well, we have 2 ranked fights on the prelims, 2 ranked fighters, I think, with one of the fights being Dom Cruz. There might be another one as well. What do you think?
Yeah, Luke, there was once a successful cable TV comedian who said, what are we doing here, Luke? And I think right now we're asking ourselves, what's the end game here? Is the end game for Sean O'Malley to run his contract out against, everymen, and so we can then find out his value on the market? Because
All right. From Telvin Kapapa.
yeah, Telvin Kipapa from Hawaii, the guy sends in DMs every week. You act like you never heard of him.
I've never heard of him. Great guy, never met him. All right. Favorite Christmas movie, and if you fucking say Die Hard, you're fired.
I always love this debate. All right, my favorite Christmas movie of all time, and my wife and kids heckle me, is Jack Frost, the claymation one from like.
You are a
70s movie.
stupid man. You
I
like
love
that
that movie.
piece of shit diorama?
Dude, I love that movie. Okay, do I in modern movies do I love Elf like?
Things go. Chael Sonnen, the gangster, the Westland gangster, is whatever the fuck he calls himself these days. I do love Chael. All right. He is going to host Friday's 13th Annual World MMA Awards from Las Vegas. Fighters Only CEO Rob Hewitt, by the way, told MMA Junkie no fans will be in attendance due to COVID considerations, but 500 spectators connected to the event will be, and there will be live streaming details, maybe on ESPN+. Good to see the Westland resident gangster hosting the awards, BC.
Yeah, look, I'm looking. This will be my first time attending that award, Luke. As people know, we are up. Remember the Alamo. That's all I'm saying. We are up against some heavy hitters there. I'd love to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with Joe Rogan. Genetics will prevent that, but we'll see if we can go up against him, Ariel, DC, and the UFC shows. But at least they got Chael Sonnen, because isn't this like a D-level celebrity event? I mean, I'm excited to see some washed up people there, but at least they got a real star in Chael Sonnen to man this.
Yeah, I mean, last time I was there, the last one I attended. No, it's not the last one, but the first one I attended, I should say. I was there and I took a selfie with Jose Canseco, if that gives you any indication of who shows up.
That's the level of slop. Guys that were something back when you and I were young, that's who I want to see at this event, Luke.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you were a candidate for the mid-90s Fox boxing show with celebrities, I want to take a selfie with you.
Early 2000s, yes, absolutely. I'm in on that. Hopefully we'll get some washed up rock stars, maybe like the lead singer of like what's that? Offspring, or no? What's the other band, Luke, that sang All Star? What's that band?
Smash Mouth.
Yeah, we'll probably see like the bassist for Smash Mouth. Maybe the one-armed drummer from Def Leppard. I'll high five the shit out of that guy, Luke. I'm telling you.
Will you try to do the two just because you're a dick?
That's just so rude. That's so unnecessarily rude. Yeah, I don't.
All right,
I don't
Amanda
understand
Hebos is set to face Michelle Waterson.
It's just the same. Finally, Luke, Tommy is here. He says, "Hi, Luke and BC. BC's little smirk always brightens my day. It also brightens up over 50,000 stray cats days. Keep up all the Gigi good work. What? There's some kind of shop reference in there I missed. All my love from across the pond, Tommy."
Now, is this some sort of a meme that I don't know about, or?
I think this is related to the stray cats over there at the Fighter and the Kid Reddit page, Luke. A great place to be entertained.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, is this specific meme created just for you, or is this meme?
Maniche is saying this is a meme from, quote, that Netflix show. I'm not sure.
So I could see other people where this is used, not just with BC, right?
Yes,
okay.
Luke. That's what a meme typically is.
Yeah, I've never seen this one before. I don't know if this was a
either,
custom
but I
meme.
can tell it's from a show, Luke, okay? The Netflix show...
Jose, are you under the impression that I'm confused that this is pulled from some part of cultural entertainment? I understand that point. What I'm asking is, has this been more widely used, or was it merely used for you?
All of the impressions I'm under involving you, I keep to myself, Luke, for fear of poking the bear. Maniche says the Netflix show about suicide, I forgot the name. Okay, thanks, Corey. Thank you so much.
That's great. I'm glad that we're bringing up my mom here on the show. That's awesome. Okay, lovely time.
Wow. I don't think that's the dots he was connecting. Oh, he says it's called 13 Reasons Why. But
here's 13 reasons why you're all fired. How about that?
I did get your back when Josh Thompson was inconsiderate there in that moment.
Right, but I didn't need it though. See, I didn't call for help. You see me? I don't wait for Superman when the fire's on hit the building.
Luke,
I just put it out.
Speaking of the Stray Cats, doesn't Brendan have a second comedy special coming out soon?
I believe that's what he said. I don't know the full details. I think he recorded one in Texas, but I don't know. I haven't heard.
All right, we'll wait for the future. We'll see what the maestro has for us. Thank you to all our great fans.
I'm sure you'll make no jokes about it. I'm sure that you will never sneak in any reference to it one way or the other.
I mean, that's the thing about comedy. It's built upon jokes, Luke. That's why when we had Shab on our show, I came at him. I tried to get him to laugh and play comedy with me, Luke, but he no-sold the shit out of me. Remember that? He was like, I have no idea what you're speaking of. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you made the glass door reference to his face. I mean, I'm not sure what you were hoping for there. You know,
Comedy.
just
I was
thinking out
hoping
loud.
for a little give and take, you know? Luke, I was once on his show back in 2017. I was once on Below the Bell, and
Did you also start that conversation by asking him if he was a legend that you could blow?
No, dude, they edited out my best jokes. I'm not sure if that was Brendan or the producer, but I had some racy jokes in there. They edited all that shit out, Luke.
Okay, what's one joke that you told that they edited out? Let's hear it.
I had a fantastic Eskimo brother drop. I had some good shit, Luke. I was well researched. I was ready. I was, yeah. We could have been.
right.
We could have been. Luke, that was that before MK? Yeah, Luke, it could have been Brendan and I in these. Luke, we could have been doing stuff together Below the Bell. Me and Shab, if he would have received me that day.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Showtime to fire us and to give MK to Ariel. You know what I'm saying? That's the next evolution of this show, really.
Oh yeah. I declare war on Canada. I'm coming for you. See us in the next documentary.
BC, I will see you.
Oh, hey, shout out to Brendan Schaub. He announced his
He
exit.
did. He is departing Showtime in like 2 weeks, basically. So thanks to Brendan for making MK possible. I would actually
He did
argue.
open the door for us
He did.
on
Certainly-
his channel.
Less so for you. You were already in the door at Showtime a little bit before, but I had no
right.
intro.
I didn't get hired because of Brendan. I'm saying we started this on his channel, which means we
That's
were
right.
exposed to
That's
his
right.
subscribers as a newborn.
And then they made us start from scratch, and I wanted to cry.
Yeah, they did do that. So I'm not a numbers guy, but Brendan was a big part of it. So thank you. Good luck to you. We got to try
Can
to.
you bring him up without these subtle digs that only me and
I was actually going to give him a
50,000 other
compliment
people get?
and say I'm super excited to try Tiger Thick whiskey. So I want to. I was hoping maybe we can do a little RSD with it. What do you
I'll
think?
do that. I'll do that.
All right.
And I'll be honest, if it sucks balls, I'll say it.
You were, yeah, you were. Oh, Rogan, Joe Rogan.
What about him?
It's probably like 5'3".
He's not tall.
No.
not
I mean, it is alarming. Before it became cool to say that, I used to say that because I saw him for the first time at UFC 199 in 2016, right?
Yeah.
L.A. the Forum, and then he stood up, and I was like, oh shit, bro.
Yeah, he's not tall.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, we're done. I mean, this is the worst fucking show ever. I mean, it's just embarrassing that we kept people here to do this. All right, that's Brian Campbell. We will be back on. So, hold on, let's set the table here just a little bit. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., Snyder. What time is the presser tomorrow? 1 p.m.?
Yeah. 1
So 1 p.m., me and BC will be hosting the presser for this fight tomorrow. Check that out. Friday, we're hosting the weigh-ins as well. We will have an MK that will also probably be in order to get the best out of themselves. If that's how he gets the best out of himself, then I guess keep doing your thing. But I'll just say I've seen people try to do that for a long time. It will jaundice the way you look at the world. It will make you unreasonable. And it actually doesn't work for very long. At some point, you have to foster a different sense of motivation. You can't just be angry at everyone for...
It worked for Michael Jordan, to be fair. That
But it's
dark,
a complex,
competitive mindset.
yeah, but it's a complex series of things beyond just, people said negative things about me. If you read the negative things people say about you enough, you will internalize it and actually will become almost an abiding law of your life more than a thing to rail against. So I caution people, like Kayla Harrison one time was like, I have a Google alert that scours the internet for things people say about me every day, including on message boards, and I read it every day. I'm like, that is a remarkable, I told her this, it's a remarkably terrible
I don't read the
idea.
comments at all, Luke, so
You're Blockbuster. I want you to understand that. You are.
Luke,
This is
as it
the
pertains to the prediction, I do feel, with this being a co-main,
In March, I remember her coach, Rick Little, saying, can you please talk to Juliana? We really want to get that Amanda fight. And I was like, yeah, sure, I like talking to Juliana. And she cut one of the all-time great promos. And I remember all the comments, you can still see the tweet up, were like, delusional, crazy, you're an idiot. And look where we're standing.
You're an idiot until you're a genius.
Yes.
People said the same thing about the Best MMA Programming Award as well.
That was crazy and probably rigged.
We did raise that shit.
I'm
up,
not
you
sure
know.
what was more rigged, the 2020 election or that.
Well, the people, at the end, the people spoke, and they spoke loudly. I wanted to go shoulder to shoulder with my peers in this game.
Can we talk about the
with
fact that
with
you went
DC.
up against? Wait, can we talk
now,
about?
Rogan? I have to bend over a little, but I wanted to go shoulder.
Wait, but first of all, you went up against a DC show with myself that no longer exists.
We don't make those rules.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been on for 6 months. A. B. the Joe Rogan MMA show. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a thing?
I haven't seen it before.
I think
Okay.
I was on it.
All right, well, like what is that? Like a? Is
I've
it,
never heard my name.
What
on
is
on
it
that
like?
show.
Shoulder
That's a show on
programming?
there.
What is it?
I think there was a while where he was doing like his regular show, and then he would have occasional MMA guests on, but it seemed like it all blended at this
Yeah,
point.
okay, it's nonsense. Then we got what? Contender
Embedded.
Series.
Yeah,
Contender Series is an event. Like it's not a show. It's like an event. It's like a fight night.
So you're saying, like, in retrospect,
There was no
actually-
competition. It was totally rigged for you guys.
Yeah.
How much did you
Just
pay
ESPN
Fighters
and
Only?
UFC programming, you know.
Well, and then what was the last one?
Embedded.
Who watches Embedded? I mean,
A lot
all
of
those
people.
all those
A
numbers
lot
are
of dogs,
juice.
a lot of
I mean,
A couple
those.
million people can't be wrong on
I don't
that one,
listen.
you know, but,
I don't mean to get. I don't mean to go below
Listen,
the belt
you sound
here,
very
but
much
those
like
numbers
you
are
sound,
juice.
Listen, you sound like my
Did you
family.
catch that
I'm not
one?
a
Or
numbers guy,
did you
but,
catch that one?
Yeah, I
or-
heard it both ways.
I hope both of you contract COVID. You're just the worst. You're the
We are
worst
in
people in
Florida.
America.
I don't think they have.
Please
too.
don't say that.
Okay, I don't wish that. I'm not very serious. All right, in all seriousness, though,
I'm gonna go take a shower.
All those wrestling
he
careers.
gave me the
Yes.
job. He gave me the job, and then I met one of the guys who was the host of this famous morning show. He introduced me to the radio station. Then they gave me a job, and then it was off to the races from
Wow.
there. So lying is actually what you want to do.
In the words of the late great Eddie Guerrero.
Yes. Lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Yes.
No.
What was it, lie,
no.
cheat, and steal?
Yeah, you know, he's always been a closet wrestling fan.
Very-
You know that?
very
Like the
closet,
fact,
yeah.
how did he know that?
Some would say the closet.
So
yes.
wasn't the anniversary of his death recent?
Yes.
So there was a
How
bunch
did you
of-
know that?
Okay, because my Twitter feed is full of you animals.
Right.
I mean, obviously,
Luke's
I don't-
always like, Chris Benoit, probably a good dad. I'm like, look.
Oh come on, man. Come on. Why?
All right, Osama bin Campbell, you strike again. Are we
Today in Great
Are
Canadians-
we check cashing whores for taking this job? What are we?
Oh,
A little bit,
What is
right?
he? What is he though?
By
He's
the way,
You are a check
by the way,
cashing
no,
whore.
I have a new name. I'm actually going to sell the shirt. Showtime Shilwani. That's what I am. I am Showtime Shilwani. I will talk to you. You want to talk about Dexter? You want to talk about championship boxing?
Yeah.
Bellator's got a great card coming up. And
It ended up being limited.
Well, it
and I'm
ended up
saying
being
that
where
you
we
got to
needed
hit
more rounds. They
You
went 8
got to
rounds
hit
because of their
another gear.
experience,
You got to
but-
hit another gear for this.
I guess it all depends on your expectations, right? Like when I'm going into, I don't know, Oliveira Poirier, for example. Like I know that's high level, right? When I'm going into a Devin Haney or a Tank Davis fight, like I know I'm going to see high level.
He's
When I'm
saying
going,
don't expect, elite food at a gas station.
well, no.
He's saying.
Yeah, but if I go to
Don't
the gas station, it still has to be salty. Still has to be sweet.
Listen, when I go to say PF Chang's, I know I'm getting PF Chang's. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But if I want to get, five-star
gonna be a part
cuisine,
of this. I'm
no,
not
I'm just
gonna-
saying. Like I know what I'm getting, and so when I go to a Jake
I've never
Paul
even
fight,
been to PF Chang's, Ariel Wani.
I know what I'm getting. That's all I'm trying to say.
Chicken should
It's the
not be
first.
orange,
It's the
yeah.
first thing that came to mind. That's the truth,
All
though.
right, prediction
That's.
time. I want to ask you who wins or
I was
loses.
being serious.
Does this one go the distance? That's the only thing I think you can really
Yeah,
lay a claim to.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Things goes. What about you?
I don't think it goes the distance.
Ooh, where do you think it stops?
I think that it's obviously going to be up to Tyron to make the fight.
Thing. By the way, there was some news recently. It didn't get nearly as much news as I thought it would. Did you see that the U.S. Army has developed a vaccine for COVID? And listen to this. Their version is different. They did genomic sequencing in 2020 rather than trying to rush the process to get a vaccine to compete with the other ones at market. And so what they have come up with is not just one that can handle any strain now, it can handle any future strain. They actually looked at how COVID works and what the backbone is essentially of all of the COVID variants, and it can stop any one of those. If that goes through the FDA regular process and gets authorized, would you get that vaccine? From the U.S. Army, the scientist at Walter Reed came up with it.
Did they confer with Dr. Rogan at all before doing this? Is there any?
I don't know. I don't.
Is there
know.
any
I didn't do that part.
ivermectin in this solution? Look,
I don't know. I tell you
Yeah,
this
I
right
get that-
now.
I get that shit.
If it goes through the normal channels of approval, I'd get it instantaneously.
I mean, after seeing what I've done to my liver through my diet choices, Luke, I mean, I've done enough ridiculous shit to myself. I'll do something that can make me safer, Luke. I'll take that risk,
yeah,
please.
It's just the last thing I want to say on this is just the thing that killed to be taken seriously.
I think you're widening the margins of your interpretation of my true character. Two more, Luke. 63.5. The total height in inches of Joe Rogan if we measured him barefoot.
Dude, you are obsessed with his height. I'm not entirely sure why this is so amusing to you,
but you
Dude,
love it.
Before, like I say, before it became cool to make this joke, UFC 199, I could not believe it. I was just like, oh my God. So, Luke, that would make him 5'3.5", over under.
I'll take the over. My wife is 5'2", and he is much taller than my wife. So, but he's like 5'7", something like that.
No,
5'7",
stop.
5'8".
Stop, please.
What?
You're like, I'd love to go back on that show and not talk about my current projects, but still, Luke, come on.
Well, is he not 5'7"? I don't understand what you're saying.
No, he's not 5'7", and that's fine. Yeah, look.
Wait. You actually believe he's 5'3"? He's not 5'3". I'm telling you right now,
Look,
he's not 5'3".
here's the thing. Like, Muggsy Bogues was still a fan favorite, Luke.
Yeah, he was a real athlete. What was he, 5'6"? Dude, Rogan's like 5'7" to 5'8".
No, he was 5'3".
Maybe 5'9", maybe.
He was 5'3". Anyway, I got one more for you here, Luke. I could see you're getting all kinds of sour over there, like old milk in a bachelor's
Do
fridge.
you hear my
right?
dogs just...
This is going to be the year that MK goes for it. But I think this is going to be the year that PC goes for it. We weren't supposed to win Best MMA program. So where do we go next? I don't know. Hasn't Ariel Helwani won Best MMA Journalist for 11 straight years? Am I a journalist? I'm an entertainer. Maybe I make a run at old Errol Dasani there. You say it can't happen? The thing is, though, come on. Maybe I don't get this. Maybe I do, though. Okay? We're about to find out. What else we got, Seth?
No. No is the answer.
Luke, I know you don't read the comments at all, but did you see there was a comment
I
on...
see every time you do this, I'm going to say something about it. So I see you.
I did not mention Ferraris in any form. Look, did you see there was a comment on Monday's show? Some guy's like, my sister was the one Mike Bone fondled on the airplane that